for freedom. Sorry that we had to take a little break, guys, from releasing new videos, but I want to let you know we're going to be back in full force here in the fall and the winter. Starting this season off will be our awesome 9mm shootout series. The last series we had was the 45 ACPs. If you guys have been following along, that was the big dog shootout. So we thought it'd be a natural progression to go ahead to the 9mm and check out some of the top dogs there. So that brings me to what is on the tabletop for review today. We have a Glock17 Gen 4 chambered in 9mm. That paperwork out of there. So there's a look at it right there, guys. Of course, you get the back straps in there and 3 magazines that it comes with. For those of you that don't know, of course the Glock17 is chambered in 9mm and it's their full-sized offering on the 9mm. They also have the Glock19, which is a little closer probably in size to the M&P compact. The Glock19 is about a ½ inch shorter barrel, and you save a little bit on the height as well, about a ½ inch. So a little bit more compact package, but we wanted to test accuracy and combat pistols, so we wanted to go full size. So, you know, guys, I'm the kind of guy that likes to tinker with things. I just can't leave it alone. So I look at this Glock, and to me it looks like a beautiful canvas of something that can become something better. Now, I've done some research, and they're doing some really cool stuff for the Glock, and we thought it'd be cool to test some of that stuff out. Now, it's very pricey, some of that stuff. So is it worth it? I mean, you know, what I'm thinking is, why not just go with the SIG P226 TAC OPS? It's got a crazy trigger in there. It holds 20-some rounds. I don't know exactly right now, but you know, and it's a TAC driver. And you're probably going to end up spending less than you would on a fully customized Glock. So which one's going to perform better? Is it worth it to go all out on a crazy spending spree to soup up your Glock, or just go with the TAC OPS, or maybe a Beretta M9A3, another gun that's ready to go. It's threaded barrels, and the Beretta's ready to go. So that's another option. Right here on the table, we got the M&P Pro Core. This thing is a beast on the range. Check out this run from the M&P Pro Core. It was just crushing this deal. This is the best time yet, 11.23 seconds on the first set, with a total time of 47.4 seconds. This is 32 shots and 32 hits with the reload in under 50 seconds. That's hot. Smoked. It's got a match grade barrel. It's got the Trijicon RMR up there. M&P does a fantastic job with the way that RMR mounts up. Mess with the Glock MOS system. It doesn't compare to this. This thing is just, it's a TAC driver, and it's got that apex trigger. That trigger is right up there with the trigger in the SIG P227. So we're going to check out the 226 TAC OPS and see how that stands up. But this trigger's, it's awesome. I mean, it's got such a little take up, and it's just so crisp. And it's just a light, crisp trigger. That's what I can say about it. So this gun's a tack driver. Again, here you go. This is going to be less than a fully customized out Glock. So I don't know. I guess it depends on what you're going for, but I just want to know, how's that thing going to shoot? You put all that money into it, and it looks real fancy, but let's check out and see how it performs when you put it next to the big dog competitors in there. Can the Glock stand up to it? You know, we want to do, we're thinking threaded barrel, trigger kit, maybe even a custom slide with an RMR on the top. These Glocks can get really fancy. I don't know if we're going to go all out into the frame and everything, but I mean that's pretty much everything else. So we're going to check out those options and see what we got. Each of those options would cost less than the fully customized Glock. So what I want to know is, can the Glock stand up to it? We're going to find out right here on Aim for Freedom. You guys stay tuned. We're going to put these through the test. Let me know, do you guys think a fully pimped out Glock can stand up to the SIG P226 TAC OPS? What about the Beretta M9A3? Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Now let's take a look at the Glock17. Right now it does have the Zev trigger in there. It looks a little different. But other than that, everything's completely stock on it. So here's a look at that. It's your simple basic Glock. Okay, right now it's got the Zev trigger in there. We're testing that thing out, seeing how it runs compared to stock. Give you guys an idea of what these things do. So there it is. To give you a little idea on Glock stats, the length on the Glock17 is 7.95 inches long compared to, 7.36 inches on a Glock19. So the 17's about a little more than a half an inch longer. And height wise, it's about a half an inch taller this way. So that's pretty much your differences. You're a little bit over 1 inch in width, and you've got about another half inch between the sights to help you line up your shots on the Glock17. Weight wise, they're pretty close. You're looking at about 3 ounces heavier on the Glock17, and that's pretty much it. So there it is, simple basic Glock. Now we've got some stuff I wanted to show you guys that we're going to be trying out. Of course, the Zev triggers in there. So this is a kit that we got from the local gun store, Federal Firearms. So this kit, it had the trigger in there, and it had some springs in there. It had a connector bar that we put in, and I'll show you guys all that too at the range. It's got some sights. We're probably going to use suppressor sights. I don't know if we're going to use those, but we can show you how this performed at the range as well. And we also want to try out check it out. Burnt bronze threaded barrel, match grade, Zev Tech. So we're going to pop this bad boy in there. See what that does to our accuracy and whatnot at the range. This is dimpled. This is a pretty fancy looking. This is called the burnt bronze. So I thought this thing would look really cool with a vented slide. But yeah, that's just a drop-in customization there. That's real easy to do. And I'll tell you what, the drop-in barrel, the match grade barrel on my M&P definitely seems like it made a difference. Check that thing out. It's pretty cool looking. There it is. So there it is with the Zev Tech match grade barrel on there. Alright, so we're going to take that to the range, check it out, and see what we think. Here we are at the range with the stock Glock 17. We put out a best time of 51.6 seconds with 6 misses and 28 hits. This isn't bad for a completely stock Glock, considering the trigger is not the ideal setup that I would like to see for picking up quick targets, such as this. Now let's take a look at the results from the all-stock Glock 17 and the accuracy test. Let's take a look. Glock 17 accuracy test day 3. Take a look. Okay. All in all, this is a really nice group. There's only one flyer, and that's probably due to shooter error, because I rushed that shot. Okay guys, it's raining out here at the range, so why not do a quick little trigger swap and see how much better we shoot with the Zev trigger system here. So let's get this one out and let's get this ball rolling. I'm sure you guys have seen this before, so let's fast forward and get to the good stuff. Fast forward. Okay guys, well I lost you there for part of that because my memory card got full and I deleted some videos, so but anyway, I changed the spring out fast forward on the firing pin. And put it on the trigger pull meter for you. While we're here, let's see here. 4.4 pounds, 12 ounce, 4 pounds, 5 ounce, 3 pounds, 3 pounds, 6 ounce, 3 pounds, 14 ounce. So you got a much lighter trigger here. Average 3 pounds, 14 ounce. So let's see how she runs. Hopefully it's still reliable, and maybe helps with accuracy a little too. Everything else on the gun is exactly the same except for the trigger kit. Now that we have the trigger kit installed, we take it back to the steel for a full run with the best total time of 49.32 seconds with 8 misses and 27 hits. All in all, it wasn't a huge drastic improvement over the stock trigger. The Zev trigger wasn't exactly what I was looking for. All in all, the times were really close with the trigger and without the trigger. We were shooting faster with the trigger in there. The one run was 50 seconds with 5 misses, which was the fastest time, but it had 1 extra miss. The fastest time fully stock was 52 seconds with 4 targets left. So it was pretty close. So what's, you know, the 2 seconds, is the 2 seconds worth more than 1 extra target, 1 more miss? It's hard to say, but pretty close. All in all, I wasn't real crazy about this Zev trigger system here. think we want to try something else. It's not anywhere near what the trigger is in this M&P Pro Core. So we're going to keep on the search there for a better trigger there in the Glock. I really was wanting to come to you with a much better time trial with the Zev kit, but it just didn't happen. There were several attempts at this. There were several hundred rounds fired with 5 different runs on the steel with this setup. This was just the best I could get. Make sure you guys sub the channel and tune in. We have some crazy aftermarket stuff coming up on this G17. It's going to be really fun. Now that we have set the factory setup benchmark nice and high, we will see if aftermarket stuff is worth the money and time on your part. In the next video, we'll check out the Zev Tech barrel and see if it makes a difference. As always, thanks for watching. Stay safe, stay politically active to maintain your gun rights. Remember, aim for freedom.